Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the secret cheap Spartans and elites in Halo 3. So, as you know, on the original Halo 3 main menu, it had several different menus, and each one had different backgrounds. And for the campaign background, you have Master Chief, or what seems like Master Chief, and the Arbiter. And then in the custom games background, you would have like a multiplayer Spartan and a multiplayer elite. At least it seems that way, right? You probably didn't think there's anything odd about them. Well, if we switch the main menu to color, you could see a little bit more than what you could see in the original main menu, in that it's actually not Master Chief on the campaign menu. It's just it seems like a multiplayer Spartan, and likewise on the custom games page, the elite looks just like a regular multiplayer elite, right? Well, that is actually not entirely the case. They are actually two different unique bipeds in the game that are only available in the main menu of Halo 3. They're never used anywhere else in the campaign or multiplayer. So, to take a closer look at them, I moved them over to the map Sandtrap and we spawned them in. So we could see the difference between these special versions of bipeds compared to the actual bipeds. So right off the bat, at first glance it seems like they look the same, but there are a few differences in that they are invincible. They can't be killed. They could still bleed when you shoot them, but they don't flinch when you punch them, and, well, they don't die either. They just, you can punch them forever and shoot them. They will never flinch. They will never die. Now, they can be moved around, and they do have some of the animations like that, but they don't have any flinching animations when taking damage. Now, as for the Spartan, what's most notable about the Spartan? So, recently, there was a big update for Halo 3 on MCC, where 343 added a lot of Halo Online armors, which had mixed reception. Some people did not like it, especially because the art style of the original armor was changed. So the new multiplayer biped that we all have now on MCC, the undersuit or the tech suit was changed. The details on it were changed, and there were tech suit options that were more like Halo 4, which you could see here. This is the tech suit. And what's notable about the cheap Spartan on the main menu is that was unchanged by 343. The cheap Spartan, that is the original model for the Spartan, for the multiplayer Spartan. You can see the new model, because the tech suit is different. Some people pointed out that it looks like the Spartans are wearing like sandals or flip flops. But the original Spartans, they were completely removed from the game, but they now still exist only on the main menu as the cheap Spartan biped. That's the only remnant of the original OG 360 Halo 3 Spartan that's left over. But yeah, so that's basically what's special about the cheap Spartan. It's basically almost like a time capsule of the original Spartan. It's preserved in the main menu of Halo 3, even on MCC. Now, using it though is a different question. What if we actually played as a cheap Spartan? Could we do that? Well, the answer is yes, we can. And as you can see, it actually works very great. The multiplayer armor customizations do apply to the cheap Spartan biped. I think the cheap Spartan does contain all the classic multiplayer armor permutations, like Hayabusa, Recon. I'm pretty sure it's all still there, or at least most of them should be, and that works great. So theoretically, because people complain a lot about the new armors and the new tech suit and stuff like that. So E43 did add a toggle to let people not see the new armors in multiplayer, in matchmaking and stuff like that. However, it doesn't change the original armor back to what it used to be. The tech suit is still the new tech suit, so the art style is still slightly changed. It was a fair solution, but not everyone is entirely satisfied by that. But now with this cheap Spartan, technically, this cheap Spartan could totally replace the current multiplayer biped, and everything about it works. It's you can drive vehicles, you can use all the weapons. It just doesn't have shields or a motion tracker or a grenade counter on the HUD. But I'm sure that could probably be fixed with a little bit of simple modding. As for the Elite, well, the cheap Elite biped, it's the same thing as the Spartan. No no shield bar, no motion tracker, no grenade counter. It's yeah, that's basically it for the Elite. It's nothing different about it, and you know, compared to the regular actual multiplayer Elites, not much has changed either, aside from what I've listed, because 343 hasn't changed anything about Elite yet. There's no new Elite armor, so the tech suit and everything should all still be the same. Now, what if, like as you saw there, your multiplayer armor customizations do apply to the cheap Spartan biped, so it's fully compatible with the MCC's multiplayer customization. But what if you switched it to one of the new armor options, and then you started up with the cheap Spartan biped? Well, it will not crash the game. It does still work. However, interestingly enough, because obviously the new armor permutations don't exist on the cheap Spartan biped, what happens is your Spartan just reverts to the default armor, which is basically what the toggle does when you turn it on. So, it'd be really cool actually, if obviously, like, I don't know if this is ever going to happen, but it would be really cool if instead of like just changing like armors to default, if the cheap Spartan could somehow be used, because that is the actual OG, Spartan from Halo 3 from back in the day. But that's just a thought. Like, obviously, I feel like the toggle is fine. It's for people that want it, I think it's it should get the job done. But anyways, there you guys have it. That is what the cheap Spartans and Elites are like in Halo 3. They only exist in the main menu, but they are basically the classic original art style bipeds from the OG games. But hopefully you guys found this video to be interesting, and if you did, as always, make sure to leave a like. I'll leave thoughts in the comments, and if you want me to check out what I can do, just let me know. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all next time. Bye guys!